Hi everyone, my name's Mike. I'm gonna take you through a quick stretch that I meant for you to be something that you could do after your favorite workout, something that you could do maybe even after a walk, anything like that. And it's something that's quick and effective, and you could do it multiple times per week to improve your flexibility and your mobility, so helping you move better. So get a mat, come down to the floor with me when you're ready, come enjoy a nice quick stretch with me, okay? All right, let's start with kneeling. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you relax your feet, and we're just actually gonna stretch our wrists to start. So what I want you to do is just put your hands under your shoulders and then lean in a little bit. So you're just getting a little bit of tension. None of our stretches today should hurt ever. Just want mild tension, just gently challenging your range of motion. And just keep your breathing nice and steady, okay? I love stretching when I watch TV or after my workouts, that sort of thing. Just use it to calm down and use it to just make sure I'm releasing any tension, addressing any kind of tight areas of my body, that sort of thing. All right, release out of that. And now let's go the other way. I find I don't need to lean as hard on my hands this way. So I'm putting a bit more of the weight in my legs this time. We tend to forget about our wrists sometimes, but so important. It can also have effects on like how our elbows feel and function as well. All right, just shaking those out a little bit, little circles each way. Perfect. Okay, now let's actually tuck those toes. So now you're getting an active stretch in the feet. Clasp those hands together behind your hips, and then just try to get your hands as far away from your hips as you can. Again, shouldn't hurt, just gentle tension. To me, this is the best anti-slouching stretch. So we're gonna open up at the shoulders, nice, tall, proud posture, and breathe. If you're a runner or a cyclist, anything like that with impact on the feet or a lot of tension through the feet, this will feel like a really nice stretch because you're stretching those arches right out. Okay, coming out of that, let's get our knees wider and our big toes together. Sink those hips down and back, and you can walk those hands forward. So this is child's pose for those of you that have taken some yoga. And you might find your hips are up here really tight. That's fine, as long as you're trying to sink down and back. That's all that really matters to me. And again, nice deep breaths. Good work. Okay, let's bring that right leg out in front. We're gonna do a runner's lunge here. What I want you to do is just sink forward and into it. So getting a nice stretch on that back. Now, if you want, you can also add a twist here. So in this case, bring that left hand down and bring the right hand to the sky, and then look up to that right hand. Keep breathing. Maintain that twist if you want. If you're just staying here, I'll stay here with you for the final few seconds. All right, releasing out of that twist, releasing out of that lunge. Let's switch it up, other side. Right leg comes back and underneath. Left leg is gonna come forward, sinking those hips into this movement. This should help release those hip flexors, those muscles right at the top of the hips, especially on the hip that's back here, the one that with the knee on the ground. Really good. If you want to add that twist in, you can. Right arm down, left hand up, looking to the sky. You might notice you can twist one way better than the other. That's totally okay. All right, releasing out of that. Let's come back to that child's pose. Knees are wide, big toes together. Sink those hips back. If you want, you can stack your fists or just bring your forehead right to the ground, whatever helps you relax fully into the stretch. So if you want to, you could always repeat this stretch sequence twice just to get a little bit more range of motion built in, but not a requirement. Okay, we're gonna now do a downward dog. So in this case, I want your hands to come up to the front of the mat, knees come off the ground, trying to bring your hips, or think of it like your thighs away from your hand. So now you're getting a nice stretch through the back side of the body. Your head's probably between your hands and your gaze somewhere towards your big toes. If you want, you can bend one knee and flex the other. It'll allow you to get a little deeper on that one side. They call this walking the dog. Nice deep breath. All right, gently coming at that. We're gonna go into Pigeon. You have a couple options here. I'll show it from a 45 so you can see it a little bit more. Let's start with the right leg in front. The more you put your shin in line with the front of your mat, the more intense this will be. So if you want it to be easier, just have that shin more just underneath you. And I want you to just sink into it there. If you need to, you can always put a towel or a yoga block underneath that front hip to release any kind of pressure or tension you're feeling there. Now, if you want, you can come down to the mat and just relax a little. And this is a great stretch for your hip. Breathe. Almost there. Okay, great work. Let's come out of that and just set that up on the other side. So now we're going to have the left leg forward and the right leg back. And again, you can settle into it. So feel free to add that block or towel on this side if you need it. And just challenge yourself the way it works. Your shin might be able to be up here or it might not be all the way back. That's great. Just work with where you're at right now. This shouldn't hurt. Good, and breathe. And we're holding these long enough that you're actually going to see some flexibility benefits, which is important. You typically have to hold a stretch for 30 seconds or longer. In some cases, it'll even say close to 2-3 minutes can be of significant benefits to start seeing improvements in range of motion. Okay, amazing. Let's come out of that and we'll go into that child's pose one last time. I'm gonna add a little twist here for you though. So knees are wide, big toes together. Take that right arm and just thread the needle there, bring it across. Hopefully that feels really good. We're gonna come out of that and we're just gonna set to the other side. So now bring that left arm across. Good work. This is our final stretch for today. And then we'll send you on your way. All right, and gently coming out of that, and we'll just have you shake back and forth, releasing any tension in the hips. There we go. Okay, so thanks for joining me Flexibility sessions like this are so important. If you can try to sprinkle them in throughout your week, will do a lot of benefit in reducing soreness, helping you move better, and just feeling really good. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you in the next video.